Hey, we in that thing. Hit them with it. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Like an exercise. Oh, look. Hit them with the flex, hit them with the flex, hit them with the flex. We gonna be big for some more. Great morning, great morning, great morning, great people. Welcome to this morning's message. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling good. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Hey, honey, one. Wait a minute, y'all. Let me make sure. Okay, I turned it off. Today is a great day and great and amazing things are going to happen for us today. I'm emailing you today, honey one, and good morning, my honey one. I love you with my whole heartness. I actually got to send you an email today. It's on my list of things to do. I love you and thank you so very, very much. You are such a blessing and I love you with my whole heart. Okay. Great morning, Mimi. Great morning. Y'all come in, like the live, share the love, drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Let's get in the flow of abundance. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling good. Happy Tuesday. Man, y'all, the Lord gave me so much revelation this morning. He gave me so much revelation this morning. It's going to be a beautiful message this morning that he gave me. Child, you be knowing stuff. I don't know how you be knowing, but you're such a blessing in my life, and I'm so grateful for you. I told my daughter that yesterday. I say, child, the Lord did send some angels to watch over me, so I am so grateful for you this morning. So I'm actually sending you an email that's going to say pretty much that as well. It was a busy day yesterday, so I didn't really have time to get a lot done, but today is a new day, a better day. Mimi says, great morning, community. God is so good all the time, always and always. We got a good message this morning, y'all. We're going to do our Bible clarity first. If you are new to the community, welcome. We are so happy and so grateful that you are here. We are in the book of Job. It's interesting. Of course, I've already read through Job. We're in Job 37 and 38 this morning. I've already read through this, and me and the Lord had a talk about it, but I'm grateful for the talk because the talk is what gave me the revelation for this morning's message. Okay. Nisa checking in on the YT side of the street, and she says, I'm grateful for God's strength indeed and amen. Because if I ain't have him to lean on, Lord, what would I do? What would I do? I really have no idea. I have no idea what I would do if I didn't have the Lord's strength. If I didn't have him holding me up, my God in heaven, where would I be? So we're going to start off with our Bible clarity, y'all. We're in the book of Job. Listen, if you new, we welcome you, but don't come over here with no religiosity in your spirituals because we ain't on that, okay? We are not on that. We are here to read the word, discuss the word, and build relationship with the Lord, reading the Bible 2 chapters at a time. We in the book of Job. We're almost done. We'll be through with the book of Job this week, I believe on Thursday, 39, 40, 41. Yeah, we'll be finished with the book of Job on Thursday. Child, let the Lord come on, bring something to be grateful for. That's a perfect day to finish the book of Job, ain't it? Because it's Thankful Thursdays message, Thankful Thursdays. So Thursday would be an amazing day to finish the book of Job. That's when we're going to be finishing up. So all I do is let's get to it. Let's do our Bible clarity, y'all, so that we can get this message. You'll understand the title for this in just a second as we read through this. And then we're going to hop into this morning's message. Oh, let's do it. Here we go. Job 37. So, of course, now Elihu is still speaking. He is still basically he doing the same thing that the Lord is going to be doing in just a second, because God going to start talking to Job in chapter 38. So let's do it, y'all. Here we go. Like the live, share the love. Drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Let's go. Here we go. Job 37 in the Message Bible. Y'all know I'm in the Message translation. Here we go. Whenever this happens, my heart stops. This is, of course, him talking about God, basically God and his power. I'm stunned. I can't catch my breath. Listen to it. Listen to his thunder, the rolling, rumbling thunder of his voice. He lets loose his lightnings from horizon to horizon, lighting up the earth from pole to pole. In their wake, the thunder echoes his voice, powerful and majestic. He lets out all the stops. He holds nothing back. No one can mistake that voice. His word thundering so wondrously, his mighty acts staggering our understanding. He orders the snow blanket the earth, and the rain soak the whole countryside. No one can escape the weather. It's there. And no one can escape from God. Drop that in the chat. There's no escape, right? There's no escape. Wild animals take shelter, crawling into their dens when blizzards roar out of the north and freezing rain crush the land. It's God's breath that forms the ice. It's God's breath that turns lakes and rivers solid. And yes, it's God who fills clouds with rainwater and hurls lightning from them every which way. He puts them through their paces, first this way, then that, commands them to do what he says all over the world. Whether for discipline or grace or extravagant love, he makes sure they make their mark. A terrible beauty streams from God. Job, are you listening? Have you noticed all this? Stop in your tracks. Take in God's miracle, wonders. Do you have any idea how God does it all? Don't. How he makes bright lightning from dark storms, how he piles up the cumulus clouds, all these miracle wonders of a perfect mind. Why don't even know how to keep cool on a sweltering hot day? So how could you even dream of making a dent in that hot tin roof sky? Not the hot tin roof. If you're so smart, give us a lesson in how to address God. We're in the dark and can't figure it out. Do you think I'm dumb enough to challenge God? Wouldn't that just be asking for trouble? No one in his right mind stares straight at the sun on a clear and cloudless day. As gold comes from the northern mountains, so a terrible beauty streams from God. Mighty God, far beyond our reach, unsurpassable in power and justice, it's unthinkable that he treat anyone unfairly. So bow to him in deep reverence, one and all. If you're wise, you'll most certainly worship him. Here we go. Job, okay, God is meant to confront Job. God confronts Job. Have you gotten to the bottom of things? Let me get my God voice on. Okay, here we go. And now, finally, God answered Job from the eye of a violent storm. He said, why do you confuse the issue? Why do you talk without knowing what you're talking about? Pull yourself together, Job. Up on your feet, stand tall. I have some questions for you, and I want some straight answers. Where were you when I created the earth? Tell me, since you know so much. Who decided on its size? Certainly, you'll know that. Who came up with the blueprints and measurements? How was its foundation poured, and who set the cornerstone? While the morning stars sang in chorus and all the angels shouted praise, and who took charge of the ocean when it gushed forth like a baby from the womb? That was me. I wrapped it in soft clouds and tucked it in safely at night. Then I made a playpen for it, a strong playpen so it could run loose, and said, stay here, this is your place. Your wild tantrums are confined to this place. And have you ever ordered morning, get up, told dawn, get to work? so you could seize earth like a blanket and shake out the wicked like cockroaches. As the sun brings everything to light, brings out all the colors and shapes, the cover of darkness is snatched from the wicked. They're caught in the very act. Have you ever gotten to the true bottom of things, explored the labyrinth caves of deep ocean? Do you know the first thing about death? Do you have one clue regarding death's dark mysteries? And do you have any idea how large this earth is? Speak up if you have even the beginning of an answer. Do you know where light comes from and where darkness lives, so you can take them by the hand and lead them home when they get lost? Why, of course, you know that. You've known them all your life, grown up in the same neighborhood with them. Have you ever traveled to where snow is made, seen the vault where hail is stockpiled, the arsenals of hail and snow that I keep in readiness for times of trouble and battle and war? Can you find your way to where lightning is launched or to the place from which the wind blows? Who do you suppose carves canyons for the downpours of rain and charts the route of thunderstorms that bring water to unvisited fields, deserts no one ever lays eyes on, drenching the useless wastelands so they're carpeted with wildflowers and grass? And who do you think is the father of rain and dew, the mother of ice and frost? You don't know, child. That sound like a book. You don't for a minute imagine these marvels of weather just happened, do you? Can you catch the eye of the beautiful Pleiades sisters or distract Orion from his hunt? Can you get Venus to look your way or get the great bear and her cubs to come out and play? Do you know the first thing about the sky's constellations and how they affect things on Earth? Can you get the attention of the clouds and commission a shower of rain? Can you take charge of the lightning bolts and have them report to your orders? What do you have to say for yourself? What do you think gave weather wisdom to the ibis and storm savvy to the rooster? Does anyone know enough to number all the clouds or tip over the rain barrels of heaven when the earth is cracked and dry, the ground baked hard as a brick? Can you teach the lioness to stalk her prey and satisfy the appetite of her cubs as they crouched in their den, waiting hungrily in their cave? And who sets out food for the ravens when their young cry to God, fluttering about because they have no food? The end. Now, you can go back and read those 2 chapters of Job. Let me put this over here. I'm trying to keep that Bible for a little while from not getting faded. Uh, Hopefully that worked. Let me know. Hopefully it's some sound over there. So none of those things will be possible. So as we go through these next couple of chapters, the Lord is going to be talking about all the things that he's capable of, his power, and that's the flex, right? Because God, there's things that we can't even fathom, that we can't even imagine, that we can't even understand that he is capable of doing. But I don't want to be, I don't need to know the things that God is capable of doing. Does that make sense? Because for why? Like, you would run yourself crazy trying to figure out everything that God is capable of. It wouldn't even make sense. There's no way that you could figure out how to make a tree grow, like, ain't nobody got time for that, right? But then the Lord also said, but the things that he's giving us to do, that's what he needs you for. So he said, do you realize that all these things we have are already in the kingdom of heaven, but with upgrades? We are simply catching up to what's already available in God's world, which is far beyond what we have here. But that's why God has given you a seed of an idea, a seed of a gift, because it's your seed, your invention, your service, your product that's going to help you and others advance the kingdom of God on earth. That's why you have to start that business. That's why you have to write that book. That's why you have to open the store. That's why you got to do what God has given you to do to help advance the kingdom on earth. Drop this in the chat. I'm moving forward. I was so excited when he gave me that this morning, because he was basically letting us know, because yesterday we talked about, if he's giving you something to do, then it's time. Come on, 918, then it's time for you to go ahead and do it. Why? Because every advance, all the technology, whatever is going on in the world, God has given you something very specific so that you can advance and help to advance the kingdom with whatever your gift is. Message, whatever your gift is, okay? I don't know what your gift is. I don't know what the Lord has told you to do, but it's something that is necessary to help advance the kingdom of heaven on earth, which is our mandate, which is what we're supposed to be doing, right? Whatever your gift is, your talent is, your skill, your ability, you are meant to do that to help advance the kingdom here on earth. Make sense? God works backwards. He has already created the end from the beginning. He already knows who you are and what he sent you here to do, and what you're meant to do. But we have to create it from the beginning to give birth to it. Does that make sense? So I hope, as we, like, that's being in reverence of God, and just understanding, like, man, the Lord be doing something. He be doing a lot. And there's things that I'm not even trying to figure out. I'm not trying to figure out how the things grow that that's not my responsibility. That's not my job. But whatever the Lord then gave you to do, that is the thing that he's going to want you to do, because that's how you're going to help move us forward. Does that make sense? I know it. I receive it. So all it do it. Let's get to it. Let's see what seeds are going to be planted today. Let's see what the advancement is. I'm telling you, right? The child. Okay. First card to come out. This actually fell out. This talks about exploration, do what you love, time to play, attention, love to learn, imagination, delighting in the simple things, giving birth. And I don't even know if I said that, but this is what it's like maturity. Thank y'all. It's like seeing maturity. Which part? I should have kept that. That was the dynamite, huh? It is. And that, which part? It's about understanding your purpose and understanding what it is that you're going to develop, what it is, how you're going to grow. A lot of us were in a different growing season, and there's some things that are coming to an end. Let me say that. There's some things that are coming to an end, some seasons that are coming to an end, and all of us are in different places, in different spaces, and the Lord's getting ready to give you a choice. He's getting ready to give you an opportunity, and you're going to have to choose. Like, you're going to have to choose which there may be two options, but you're going to have to choose. One of them is going to, but it's going to permanently close a season that's been going on too long for you. We have the Black Widow that fell out first. There's another one, but it's face down. This talks about betrayal, warning, cunning, toxic situation or relationship. Ooh, entrapment. I don't like that card, but we're gonna see what else is happening with it. Let's see. Harvest. Listen, y'all. What, escapism? No, we're not going to do that. This is, I'm telling you, abundance, bearing fruit. Look at the dove. Fertility, prosperity, fullness, juicy. We're going to clarify these and see the harvest is coming in. For some of us, this is those toxic cycles. And maybe this is a toxic pattern and cycle with ourselves. What you mean? Like insert yourself? What you mean? You're going to find yourself being able to insert yourself into a place, and maybe where the way that you're going to get in is not going to be the way that you expect. The Lord is getting ready to make it so that he's opening, he's already planted a seed. He's already given you an opportunity, and maybe that opportunity is going to allow you to insert yourself, or kind of, it's almost like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost like, you know how when they're showing me like when a door is closing, but you kind of are able to kind of slide in, like you're going to be able to get in even. Yeah, it's almost like you're gonna just be able to get in. Come on, solution. This may be a solution to a problem as well that he's getting ready to bring in. You have Dear John that's coming in. Rejection, cold hard truth, breaking up, setting boundaries. The Lord talked to me about that yesterday. Strange situation. It's not you, it's me, it's the end. Some of you are cutting cords so that you can receive this abundance, but only you know what you having to cut the cord with. So pay attention. The Lord may be called, look, because the fairy tale at the bottom of the deck, because believe in the impossible. For some of you, you're cutting cords with people, you're letting go of people who just truly didn't believe in your ability, who didn't believe in your ability to make something happen. Message, we receive it. Okay. Hopeful, magic and rainbow, magic, unicorns and rainbows, aspire. We receive it, Lord. This is that fairy tale ending. What else? Child, we receive it. What's clarifying the Black Widow? Competent, superior, precise, sharp tongue, clear cut, showdown, effective, impressive. So this, they just said disbelief, like disbelief in you. There may be some people who are hanging on to you by a thread, and it's time to cut those cords. They're showing me like the spider web, so it's like you being able to just to like distance yourself or release yourself from anything that's been, I don't know, it feels something like, it feels like something sticky, something that's been trying to kind of keeping you bound, and it feels like you're getting ready to release yourself from that, or either the Lord's going to release you from it. We're going to clarify it and see what else is coming out. Maybe, and for some of you, this may be a warning. This is interesting energy. I wasn't expecting that, because we're going to use prosperity, clarity. This is about some of you. This is also about you trusting yourself. If the Lord has given you a warning about something, you're going to have to pay attention to that warning, because it's almost like he don't want to have to keep telling you the same thing over and over and over. So he may have given you a warning about someone, something, some job. For some of y'all, this could be, yeah, because look, the pearl at the bottom of the deck. So just pay attention to that. And also, what, like, I don't know. Don't be, look, there go the dynamite. I knew it. I was supposed to keep it, because as things getting ready to blow up for you, this is clarifying the great. It says you're getting ready to come into your harvest. You're going to have to pay attention to how people treat you. You're going to have to pay attention to how people, how you like moving different. Like you're gonna have to pay attention to people's intentions. This is why it's so important to spend the time making sure that you are refining and understanding discernment. Okay, understand your discernment. It's something, it's about to get exciting, is what they're saying. Like it's about to get exciting, but you're also going to have to deal with some people who could be a little cutthroat, a little manipulative. So just pay attention to that. A little childish. as well. That's interesting. What else, Lord? The tandem bicycle, because this is the net, because God is strategic and he's moving and he does everything on purpose. And for some of you, you've already allowed the Lord to make this move in your life, so he's getting ready to show you what the next move, and this next move is on God. This next move is the Lord flexing God's chessboard strategy, planning, checkmate, moves and counter moves, master plan. Look, my ears just started ringing. I wasn't really expecting this energy today, but let's see what's happening. What you mean sabotage? Mm-mm. This is, you can't self-sabotage this or allow anyone else to mess this up for you, especially if you have been working on something. Some of you, you're definitely cutting ties. There's something that's not, I don't know, something maybe that is not fruitful, something that is not prospering, and the Lord is going to have you to cut ties with it. This could be a person, this could be a relationship, but it's in order to actually receive this harvest. And for others of you, they just said, believe it or not. So there may be like a believe it or not kind of moment that's coming in. I don't know what. Somebody feels like they've lost control. What you mean? It feels like somebody feels like they've lost control. I don't know what has happened for you in the past week or so, but they're talking about feeling more empowered. Um, mhm. Feeling more empowered, feeling more capable, feeling more able. It's almost like, not that you're feeling yourself, but I think that if you've ever had a problem with like trusting yourself, or just feeling like you, or cutting people off, cutting toxic relationships off, the Lord it's almost like he's strengthening you to be able to do that. Money to blow just fell out the deck. Financially independent, bills paid on time, bills on auto pay, and no financial worries. So be mindful, because there may be a counterfeit opportunity and something that comes in that's going to look good ain't good. So be mindful of just accepting anything, because there may be something that you may be, this is interesting, I wasn't expecting this, but we're going to go with it. There may be something that looks like a good idea, and maybe because you don't know or you're not aware, you may think it's a good idea, but it actually is going to be something message. It's actually going to be something that is not beneficial for you. It's actually going to be something that, if you're not careful, someone may try to take advantage of you. So this feels like a counterfeit opportunity. Don't take unnecessary risks. Don't take unnecessary gambles, because it's almost like but come on, God, the step before the harvest. Because after this black widow comes the fruit, comes the harvest, comes the payoff. But it feels like there may be an opportunity that's looming, or something that you may want to invest in or take a gamble on, and it feels like it's the step that the Lord is going to be like, no, don't do that, because there's something better that's coming in. But come on, God, it's simply the enemy trying to come in and bait you, tempt you, trick you with something, thinking, and it may even look good message. It may even look good, but look at the bottom of the deck. I'm telling you, it may even look good, but it ain't good. So don't get fooled. Make sure that you're paying attention. And if anything doesn't feel right, it's not right. Didn't I say naive, gullible, swindled, and taken advantage of? I'm telling you, if this feels like an opportunity, be very mindful. When you don't know message, when you don't know and you don't understand, you can be taken care of, and you can be taken advantage of. And the thing about it is that we don't want to repeat that cycle. So even especially pay attention if it's something you have done before, if it's something if it feels similar to something else. I wonder which part. The things that the Lord is going to bring in for you they're talking about the wealth without painful toil for it. You're not going to have to come out of your pocket with a whole lot of money. You're not going to have to invest in this way. For some of you, this is about being mindful of spending money on opportunities or things that you think are going to be beneficial, because the Lord may be just trying to bring something in for you that you're not going to have to actually pay for. So just allow the Lord to bring whatever this is, so that you don't get tricked, you don't get swindled, and you don't get taken advantage of. Child, this thing got on my nervous system. whatever this is, because it's about like childlike, right? When something is coming in, okay, that's just clarifying this. When you're excited about doing something, when you're excited about a new opportunity or a new beginning, there are things that will look really good that ain't good for you. So just be mindful, because you're too close to your harvest and we don't want to mess it up. Okay, let's clarify the grapes. We didn't say what we have to say about those two cards, so we moving on from that. We just not gonna get terrible. We're not gonna get taken advantage of on the cut, because I'm telling you, because your yes is coming. And this was on the cut. You have Proverbs 3:10. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine. It's the no before the yes. Okay, it's the no before the yes. So just pay attention to that. Just pay attention, because there may be something that comes in and we just not going to get tricked out of our blessings, because you're literally on the precipice of receiving the yes that you've been looking for, receiving the overflow that you've been looking for. So you're going to have to wait on it. Just be mindful, because as soon as it's as soon as you're ready to step into true harvest, true abundance, true overflow, and approval, a new job, there may be an opportunity or an offer that comes in that's not the right one before the right one comes in. So just be mindful of that. Okay, what else interesting, because I was not expecting that. Mm-hmm. Don't It's almost like if you've spent some time honing in on your discernment and honing in on your gifts and just trusting in the Lord, He's going to bring the right opportunities. And if there's nothing else that I know, y'all, if there is an opportunity and it just don't feel right in your spirituals, please don't take it, because you don't want to regret it or have to start back over from the beginning. Just see what the Lord is going to bring in, because it feels like as things are getting ready to start speeding up, James 1:17 at the bottom of the deck, he's getting ready to start bringing in the harvest. But again, just don't be fooled, because it feels like this feels like fast money, quick money, something over here. It's something that don't seem, I don't know what this is for you. I don't know if it's for me, if it's for us. Listen, don't be fooled by this, because it feels like it may be a get rich quick, and ain't no get rich quick. I don't care what anybody says. There's no get rich quick, because if you get the money, you'll get it and then you'll lose it quicker. And we don't want to do that. So whatever this opportunity is, and maybe that's a way for you, an indicator for you, like if it because up under this is the fairy tale card. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. If it seems like, man, and I don't even know how to explain it, but there's something that's there's going to be some little nudge that makes you know that something ain't in alignment with what God has told you. Or and I don't know. I can't say what this is going to be, but you just gonna have to, like, you're gonna have to take it to God. Don't rush into anything. It may just, like, I don't know, be like promising a speedy payoff or something. I don't know, but just be mindful of something that's trying to entice you to come into something or do something, and it's promising you like rapid results. Be mindful of that. Okay. What else, Lord? Interesting. I was not. Stay woke. Stay woke. Okay. Like, stay woke. Just pay attention. This talks about laziness, procrastination, sleeping on you, and waiting on a response. Just if there's something that you have applied for, or something that um just wait on it. I keep hearing just wait on it. I know, come on, God. I know that it's hard to wait, but the Lord is saying, like, you're literally almost there. You're at the precipice of receiving what it is that you're trying to manifest. And come on, God, this is the time when you'll start to get impatient. And so, as you're waiting, I don't know what this is, but the Lord is getting ready to provide a resource. He's getting ready to provide something that you need in order to move forward, in order to actually do what it, come on, Lord. I don't know. That's a weird feeling. it's like he needs you to just wait. He needs you to wait on him. He needs you to be patient. Don't rush into anything, because if you rush into something, if you take a risk, it almost feels like a trap or a setup. So just allow the Lord to bring in what he's going to bring in, even if it requires you to be a little bit more patient, even if it requires you to wait a few more minutes. Just allow the Lord to bring this in for you, because it's actually going to be more beneficial for you. Okay. I don't know, because something that you're trying to manifest, something that you're like this, it's harvest, but you're going to have to wait a minute. It's something that he's telling you that you have to wait on it, because it's actually going to work out better than you thought. What is this Dear John letter? Luke 6:38, give and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over will be poured into your lap. I'm telling you, there's a golden opportunity coming in, but you're going to have to wait and be just a little bit more patient. Come on, Regency. There's something that it's almost like, and maybe that's the problem, maybe because you're getting impatient about how quickly things are manifesting or not manifesting. This is the time when the enemy gonna come in and try to tempt you. And if you've been patient, just keep waiting on the Lord. Like, keep waiting on him to bring in this next thing. For some of you, that, like I said, there's going to be a no before the yes. This talks about rejection. So there's going to be something that you'll turn down, but you turning that down is actually going to be the catalyst for you receiving the blessing that you actually are praying for, that you're writing for, that you are um, setting your intentions for. I don't know what else. Mhm. The Lord is giving you preparation time in order to cut some cords and cut some things out that are necessary for you to cut out before this harvest can come in. And for some of you, this may be something that's a little painful. This could be some healing that's being done within you with this rejection card that's coming up, but there's something that the Lord is requiring you to let go of. This could be toxic patterns, toxic traits, bad money habits. This could be whatever this is that the Lord is asking you to release it, so that you can actually receive this abundance, because he's not going to be able to bring it into you until you actually are accountable for it, take ownership of it. And for some of you, this is the cycle that you feel like you've been repeating, and not understanding why you're repeating the cycle, because the Lord said you're just going to have to wait on him. You're going to have to allow him to do this work and make these moves on your behalf. And instead of getting impatient and trying to figure it out yourself, we're not going to do that. We're going to have to wait. So, um, rejection is protection. That's what they just said. So rejection is protection. And it's going to look, get what you pray for. I just saw as well. So you're going to have to be a little bit more patient. Okay. Fairy tale, believe in the impossible, because you're manifesting. Because I'm happy, money flows to me easily and effortlessly. Somebody has a dream come true coming in. I have more money than I know what to do with. I am able to be a blessing to others, and good money energy is contagious. They just said pay attention to the things that seem random. I had a thought the other night, and I can't really speak on it all the way, but I had a thought. Something, the Lord showed me something, and it's something, I kid you not, that I have never seen anybody do, but it was like in regards to Spirit and Glam Cosmetics, right, by Touche Germain. And so I told the Lord, I was like, man, wouldn't that be something to do? And I can't do it's not, it's just a thought that he gave me. The Lord said pay attention to that stuff that seemed crazy, that seemed off the wall, that seems like, why would you do that? The Lord, come on, God, the Lord is giving you ideas. Remember, we were just talking about advancing the kingdom and really doing your kingdom assignment. What he's giving you is a way for you to basically pour back into the kingdom, and also helping other people to find their way into it. So don't discount the little ideas that you think are just crazy, or you like, oh, why would I do that? That don't even make sense. It's those things that are actually going to bring in the biggest rewards. It's going to seem crazy. It's going to seem off the wall, because anything that the Lord does, it's like, that doesn't even make sense. Those are the things that you're going to have to do, especially with money matters as well. Somebody might have an opportunity. Somebody might have an investor coming in. Somebody's life may be getting ready to change. The Lord has been, they just said, an impossible moment. So it's almost like for whoever this message is for. And this is, I receive it, even if it ain't my time or my message right now. Let me just say this. I receive the impossible. Look, the heavenly help. I receive it coming into my life, even if it's not my time. Celebrate the people whose time it is, because just know this: you got next. Okay, look, that's that big flex energy, huh? Yeah, child. It's like the Lord finna get ready to flex in your life, and it's nothing that you're doing, it's everything that God is doing. And but people are getting ready to see where, yeah, well, even these little toxic people near them over here, baby, they're getting ready to see who God is. It's a demonstration of his power, just like we talked about in the book of Job. This is a demonstration of his power. Because some people think it's like what? They them not having an understanding. People not understanding that you're not even trying to do anything. You're letting God do everything. Does that make sense? Like, you're letting God do everything. So you're not even trying to take credit for it. You just know where your purpose comes from. You know where the money's coming from. You know where being taken care of is coming from. So that's God's flex. Heavenly help. Your ancestors are working behind the scenes. Asking you shall receive, creating and aligning divine connections. So some of you, this is resource. Someone may be coming in with some resources. Now with some help. Yeah, with this yes card, but it's getting rid of the wrong people in order to receive the right people. I don't know, child. Always somebody got to come popping up. Ain't nobody got time for this energy, child. That's the enemy. And it's almost like for some of you passing a test as well. And y'all, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. Just like magic, I'm telling you. And there go the contracts card. I'm telling somebody. We've been talking about these contracts. I don't care what deck we have used. There has been something about a contract. And I'm not here. I don't call, y'all know this. I don't call myself a psychic. I don't call myself any of that kind of stuff. I'm just here to tell the messages that the Lord tell me to tell. And something that you've been waiting on is coming. And I don't know where it's coming from, because I don't know what it is that you're trying to do. If this is like maybe you're going to school, maybe you're getting it, maybe you applied for a new job, whatever this is, maybe you apply for a new place to stay. I don't know, but it's coming. The contract says, where do I sign? This is new contracts, purchasing a home, buying a car, non-disclosure agreement, an NDA. Okay. This feels like an impossible situation. It feels like God is doing the impossible in your life. I don't know. And because what I know, but the energy is not going to clear. And look, just like magic as well. And this is coming up with this fairy tale card. Let me put them down real quick next to it anyway. This is like the Lord doing the impossible. And I think the understanding needs to come in that when you truly understand where wealth, abundance, prosperity, when you truly understand where these things come from, you're going to be taken care of. You're going to receive everything it is that you're meant to receive. Child, I don't know. And I can't, the energy is not going to shift until whoever needs this message. Maybe that's why you're listening to these messages, because you're needing the encouragement. You're needing to stay motivated. You're needing to stay inspired to know that what you're asking for is coming. I don't know, but the Lord is getting ready to make the impossible possible in your life. Like, this is an impossible moment, and it's nothing that you were able to do, and everything that God is able to do, but you got to keep believing in that. I was talking to the Lord this morning. I was like, man, sometimes it seems like it's like long suffering, and it seems like stuff be slow in coming. But I also had to stop and give the Lord a moment and just say thank you, Lord, because in the midst of all the chaos, like yesterday for me, y'all, was so chaotic. As soon as you think that everything is going good, it was just like left, right, left, right. There's been something every single day that has been trying to keep me distracted, that has been trying to keep me from, like, to keep me off focus. Does that make sense? And so yesterday was another one of those days where it was just like, okay, one thing happened. Come on, God. One thing happened that was a rejection. Speaking of rejection, one thing happened for me yesterday that was a no. And I was like, okay, Lord, so if it's not that, then it has to be something else. And so then on top of that, ended up having to do some things with my daughter because she wasn't feeling well. So and y'all know the other day my windshield got cracked on my car. So it's just been like one thing after another. But it feels like, but it also feels so I it feels like a slew of no's. Like everything has just been no, 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 no. And I'm like, come on, God, it's got to be a yes. And I'm going to say this again, whether if you've been over here and you've been doing Bible clarity, y'all, we don't do religion. I don't do no religion and none of that. But I'm trying to tell somebody because I am expecting drop this in the chat. I expect it. I expect a sevenfold blessing. I'm expecting it because there's no way that the Lord is going to have us just like Job. I feel like I'm walking out Job in my own life. I expect some things to be happening in my life. I expect it. There's no, Lord, you going to bless me. Didn't I mention yesterday like the Lord wrestling with with Jacob? No, I'm not letting you go till you bless me. I expect it. I expect to receive the blessing. I expect to receive the abundance. I expect it. And I'm not letting go until I receive it because there's no way that I've gone through all of this not to receive what it is that the Lord has for me. There's no way. So for some of you, this talks about candle magic, spiritual warfare, keeping you stuck in witchcraft. I don't care what you throw at me. I don't care about no witchcraft. I don't care about none of that, none of that, none of that. I don't care about none of that. You're not going to stop me. My daughter mentioned something about it yesterday. And I said, what I ain't going to do, I was like, no, we not even gonna give the enemy no kind of power or authority, or even we're not even gonna give the enemy that kind of foothold to say that you have that kind of power and authority over my life. Ain't nothing gonna stop these new contracts. Ain't nothing going, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe, and with you can believe or not believe, it's up to you what you believe in, but ain't nothing finna stop. And this is coming up under these fool me once card, these El Fulios down here. Nothing is going to stop this abundance. Not this season. Not this time. Come on, crack shot. This is an interesting message. What does Cherie say? And I almost blacked out when the reality hit me. Child, listen. It's a lot. I think there's a lot of revelation that's happening, but I feel like, and I hope you didn't like almost black out literally, but I hope that, look, I'm out. Psalms 23:5. That's you prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies. It's some folks gonna be mad. They're gonna have to be mad. They're gonna have to be mad and stay mad. And y'all know I don't spend a lot of time on or energy, but it's some folks that's been man, watch when they see what God finna do. You watch when they see it. Watch what they see, what God's going to do in your life. It's a lot of people who doubted you, and it's a lot of people who doubted your gifts. It's a lot of people who doubted your resilience. It's a lot of people who doubted your resilience. It's a lot of people who doubted your perseverance. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a lot of people who doubted what your vision. And the Lord is getting ready to show you that He believes in you. And as long as He believes in you, you're going to be all right. Someone's getting ready. I'm telling you right now, somebody's getting ready to receive a blessing. I don't know where this blessing, well, it's coming from the Lord, but it's like the Lord is touching somebody's heart to come in and be a blessing. Why? Because you're not afraid to be a blessing to others. And the more that you bless other people, the more that people will come in and bless you. I'm telling you right now that somebody's got some help coming in. Now, who the help is, I don't know. I don't know who you know. I don't know where the Lord has put you. It's not my place to know. It is my place to tell you that the Lord is sending help. There will be people who are willing to come in and pour into you. There will be people that will come in willing to give you knowledge. The same thing that you thought you was finna have to pay for, the Lord is finna give it to you for free. But that's why you got to be patient. This talks about giving to goodwill, benefactor. Time, effort, energy, your tea, blessed to be a blessing. I'm telling you. And this is up under this. Yes, the harvest. This is next to this contract card. Child, look, I tell the Lord all the time, Daddy, thank you for blessing me with the home, with the houses. Ain't it a scripture that talks about houses that you didn't build? For some of you, the Lord may just come in and give you a business, come in and give you something that you thought you were going to have to work so hard for. He's just like, let me show you what it means to be a citizen of the kingdom. Let me show you that if you continue to do what I'm asking you to do, that just like magic, the things that you thought you were going to have to toil for, the things that you thought you were going to have to try to figure it all out, he'll just come in and give you the blessing. He'll just come in and bless you with it just because he can. I don't know. So somebody, there's a benefactor that could be coming in, impressive. It feels like someone is going to be impressed with your skills. What you mean, like a in regards to this? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just know you've made an impression. They said a lasting impression. You've made an impression on someone with whatever it is that you do. This could definitely be work related, whatever this is, but it's also someone who is, I don't know, they're going to be able to help you move forward in some type of way, because they're talking about like first class and moving into new arenas. Let's see what else is going down. I receive it. What else? Luke 6 and 45, a good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart, and an evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in his heart, for the mouth speaks what the heart is full of. Picking up the tab at the bottom of the day, told you tax write-offs, business dinners, eat and be merry, celebrating new partnerships. Some of you might be going into business with new people, new business connections. They just said on the up and up. So don't be surprised if the Lord starts introducing you. What you mean? I just heard it's your moment. It's your time. It's your moment. So just get ready for it. You may be invited to something like this. This could be some kind of business dinner. This could be some type of opportunity, some type of event. Look, you get what you prayed for, showed back up at the bottom of the day. This could be something. This is also like popularity. That don't normally come through on the dynamite, but there may be something because you took a risk, because you took a gamble, and the Lord is going to show you that this risk is getting ready to pay off. For this, oh, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. For whoever this part of the message is for, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. There's some fear that you're going to have to overcome. You're going to have to be willing to put yourself out there, because if people don't know who you are, how are they going to invest in your gift, your talent, your skill, your ability? How are they going to get your service? Like, that may be the fear that you're having. Look at the helicopter, and you're going to have to be willing to put yourself out there, even if it's a little frightening. Resources, the wisdom to create wealth, divine instructions, and next step, coming up with the chess card. The Lord has been talking to me. Come on, child, what kind of card even is that? I don't even know. It was cuteness. Um, the Lord has been talking to me a lot about strategy, instructions, paying attention to the moves that need to be made. Sometimes the Lord will give us a step and it doesn't quite make sense, but it's actually going to be so beneficial. Just before we came on this live, the Lord told me something, and I don't even know exactly how it's going to work out, but I'm going to take the risk and I'm going to ask anyway. I'm going to do whatever I can to put myself in a better position, especially if because it's in alignment with elevation. Sometimes you just have to be willing to take the risk, take the gamble, but not betting on something that is going to try to benefit you right now. This is about playing the long game. And I feel like with this up here that we started with, that's about something. It's like that quick fast, trying to get it, trying to get it, trying to get it. And the Lord is saying, don't resort to that. Don't resort to trying to do something that's going to give you right now satisfaction. Because if you're building something, growing something, advancing something, it's going to be about playing the long game. It's going to be about being willing to say, okay, you know what? What is going on? Like, I'm